Hey guys, welcome back to the $100 day trading challenge where I attempt to trade my way to $100,000 with only $100. Last week we talked about TTD being a potential good day trade to take if it continued going over the green line. TTD actually is a good chart that I like. If it can stay over this green line tomorrow, as you can see, it already gapped up, or not gapped up, but it already moved over the green line in the pre-market. So if this continues, I will take a position. I feel strongly about it. So as we predicted, at market open, it continued on with its bullish run all the way to $100.85. This is incredible for anybody that ended up taking a position on this day trade. So congratulations to you who ended up taking positions. So aside from TTD, we also predicted that MQ could potentially reverse, considering that it was very overextended down to the bearish side. If tomorrow opens up under this purple line, then we will be looking for a position to get in on. Now, because it had so much volume today, I don't know if it'll continue going down. So because it didn't end up breaking the purple line, we ended up taking a long position. We got some calls. The first calls we got was a dollar call at $27.50 dollar strike. And as it continued downward, it kind of scared us out of it. So we ended up selling our position at 80 cents, which is $80, which we took a $20 loss. But then after that, I noticed that it was still fighting the purple line and it ended up reversing. So what we ended up doing was getting back in. Now, I know I had unsettled cash, so I ended up taking a risk. I usually don't, but this time I just felt I needed to do something since we had been taking a couple of losses throughout the week. So what I ended up doing was getting a $30 strike price at a $70 call. $70, which was 70 cents for the strike. And we ended up getting out at $1.10, which ended up putting our account at $124.40. And that's where we currently sit at with the $100 day trading challenge. So before we go on to the next segment of this video, I would like to ask you to click that like button and click that notification button so that you can get informed every day, Monday through Friday, on what trades we're going to take the next day. This is kind of our way to give back. I am doing technical analysis to show you what charts I'm looking to trade the next day so that you can get in on those trades if you see fit. This is not financial advice. I am not telling you to get in on anything. I'm sharing my information so that you can also benefit from my hard work. So if you're enjoying these videos and you want to stay informed, click that subscribe button. Now let's get back to the video. All right, guys, before we jump into this week's watch list, I'd like to talk to you about what market rotation really is. So what market rotation is the amount of times that the average volume rotates within a day. So if the average volume for a stock is, let's say, 5 million, and today's volume is 25 million, then if you divide 25 million, which is today's volume, divided by the average volume, which is 5 million, then you have a market rotation of 5, because 5 times 5 is 25. That's what market rotation is. Now, when you have a stock that rotates more than 15% or more than 15 times, then it's safe to say that that stock is crowded. And when a stock is crowded, depending on what side it is, if it's on the long side and it's crowded on the long side, then you can expect a short. Same thing as a short. If it's shorted and it's overcrowded in the short side, then you can expect buyers to step in. And this is what market rotation really comes down to. If you can identify market rotation, then you can identify trend and reversals. So now let's jump into the charts. So here we are in MQ. MQ is one of those charts that I was talking about that has market rotation. The average volume of MQ is 5 million a day. But in the past 2 days, it's had an average of 84 million volume. Now that being said, because it has 84 million volume, it has rotated about 16 times. 16 is a pretty big number, which means this bearish trend that's been going on is coming to an end, in my opinion. Now, we don't know exactly when it's going to rotate or when it's going to reverse. However, judging off of the charts, I feel like this is starting to find support at this support line. Now, if it breaks support tomorrow, then yeah, we will definitely look to go short again, like we had talked about last week. But judging off of the market rotation, I feel that this stock may continue being bearish tomorrow, but we won't know until market open. So that being said, I would keep MQ on our watch list just to be, on the safe side. I don't want to jump in right away. Just keep eyes on it and see what happens. If you see a reversal, then we have a potential long opportunity that can last a few days and maybe a few weeks, depending on how the charts act. Another stock that we have on our charts, it's EVGO. EVGO has a market rotation of 19 times it rotated in the past 3 days. That is insane. The average volume on this is 6 million, and in the past 3 days it's had a volume of 133 million shares being rotated. So what this tells me is that this bullish run is coming to an end. Now we see it hitting resistance. That's that purple line here. And we also notice that this candle here couldn't make a decision of whether or not it wanted to go up or down, which is a good thing, because if it does fail tomorrow, then we have an opportunity to get puts, which means we get to go short, which means we have a pretty good opportunity to make some money going short. And judging from the charts, it's going to be a pretty long drop. So this is one of the trades that I'm looking to get in on if it does end up reversing on us. So EVGO, this is one to keep on your watch list. So for our long opportunities, I have AGFY. AGFY is one of those stocks that I talked about last week, but I still have it on my watch list because if it breaks that 2332 mark, that white line that you see on there, the dotted line, if it breaks that, then we can expect a longer bullish run. However, tomorrow I am looking to get in after 2195. That's this green line here. If it breaks 2195, I will get some calls on the way up, and I'll probably sell around 2332. The reason I would sell there is because that's a resistance point, and I really don't want to risk losing my profits. Now, if it continues on a bullish trend, then I will look into getting back in the next day. All right, the next stock that we have on our list is Roblox. Roblox is one of those stocks that is really risky to play right now. The reason why is because it has an 11 times rotation. That means that the average volume of 10 million has rotated 11 times. So that being said, I don't recommend going long on this position. I am watching it just to see what happens, but depending on how it acts, I will alert you guys or let y'all know in the Weeble group if you are part of the Weeble group or on the stock twits. But I will be keeping an eye on this. This is on my watch list just in case something happens. If it breaks out of $111, then it'll probably continue running. But right after that, I think it'll start to pull back because it has been on a bullish run for quite a while now. And to be honest, this is very risky. I wouldn't recommend anybody getting in on this right now. It does look enticing, but I really don't recommend it. So this is one of those stocks that I feel very excited about. Riot popped up on the scanner, and not only did it break out a resistance here, but it also has a average volume of 12 million, but it rotated twice. So it's only rotated 2 times. Now, the thing with market rotation is if a stock only rotates a few times, up to 5 times, then at that point you can consider trading it because now there's a lot of more people interested in the stock. The times that you have to worry is if the market rotates more than 10 times. At that point, you got to be cautious, and you have to take into consideration that there's a lot of people in the market in that one stock. In this case, it's only rotated twice in a day, which means that this stock is just now starting to catch momentum, which means that we could probably catch the way up. If it continues on over 44.29, this is one of those stocks that I would like to go long in. Just keep it on your watch list, like I said. Give it about 5-10 minutes after market open so that in case it fakes you out, you don't end up losing money. If it continues on after 5 minutes, that is probably a good sign to get in. At that point, I would go long. VUZI is one of those stocks that I'm really excited about. VUZI is working on the glasses that they're potentially going to use for the new metaverse. I know it sounds crazy, but the metaverse, I think, is going to be using VUZI to start developing the glasses that they need and all of those things for the Facebook, for the metaverse. That being said, I believe that VUZI will start to have a bullish run at some point. If it breaks this resistance point, then I think this is one of those opportunities that we can find great day trade opportunities going long. I'm going to keep it on my watch list. If it breaks 15.46, then I'm definitely going to go long on this. But for now, it's on my watch list just to see how it goes. And if it does break that, then this is one of those that I'm looking to go long in. Now, for our short list, the first one that we have for our short list is Blue Owl Capital. I found this on the scanners. I noticed that it had bounced off of resistance here. Once it bounced off of resistance, it continued on its downtrend. My goal is that it continues down to $13. Right now it's at $16. If it breaks $16 tomorrow and it continues downward, this is one of those that I would want to get puts on. But keep it on your watch list. Just keep an eye on it. Do be careful. If it continues downward, it has to break 15.79 because right here it shows that there was buyers trying to push in. So if buyers do try to step in, it won't break this 15.79 mark. So just be careful. Keep an eye on it. If it does go lower than 15.79, this is a good put opportunity to go short. So just keep it on your watch list and make your support and resistance lines so that you're ready in case it does end up going short. As you can see, though, it has been on a downtrend. So this is a good opportunity if it continues on tomorrow. HPE is one of those, same thing. It bounced off of resistance. Then it gapped down and it continued being bearish after that. Tomorrow, I'm looking for it to continue and break this support line here. If it does continue and it breaks that support line, then we have a short opportunity here to get puts. The volume on here, the average volume is 10 million and it rotated twice yesterday. So it actually rotated 20 million. So that means times 2. That's a good sign. It's not overcrowded. Not too many people shorted it just yet. So this is one of those that I think you can get some puts and be safe with. But like I said, just keep an eye on it. If it continues lower than 14.58, let me look at the 5-minute chart to be sure. If it continues on over 14.57, then this is one of those opportunities that you want to go short in. Once it goes under 14.57, this will continue to drop. And last but not least, we have SAVA, SAVA. This stock is one of those that I have been keeping an eye on. It's been testing support and resistance here. It hasn't broke just yet, but it also hasn't bounced off of it, and it hasn't continued a bullish run yet. I feel like it's losing buyers and it could potentially start to go short tomorrow. I don't know this for sure, so I'm just keeping it on my watch list. But if it goes lower than 68.80, this is one of those that I want to look into getting puts. But for now, I have it on my watch list. And if it does end up going lower than 68.80, then this is where I would go and get some puts. But that's pretty much it. Alright guys, so this pretty much concludes today's video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the market. If you enjoyed this video, click that like button, click that notification button to stay informed for the next video, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Peace.